Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Studio Rats Q&A Live, number 191. As Mr.
Aye.
T gets his balance back, my name's James Ivy,
I'm Paul Drew.
and you are very, very welcome to our weekly Wednesday evening dust-up and
Aye.
takeover of the interwebs. Paul's got his tea. I've got nearly beer.
What is that?
Heineken Zero.
Oh, I can't even. I don't see the point of drinking beer if it's zero. I just don't. I'd rather have a Diet Coke.
See, I actually would prefer this because I
Would you?
drink beer because I like the taste of beer, not to get the buzz. I mean,
Oh,
Cheryl Crow may like a good beer buzz early in the morning, but not me.
Hey, what's going on with those necks behind you? Those strap necks.
These necks.
Yeah.
These necks. Well, that's not a strap neck. That's a
Music Man style.
neck. And that's a strap neck.
What's going on with them? Oh, they like your door handles.
They're door handles.
Oh, awesome.
Now I've got a space for them to nearly go. I dug them out. I ordered these probably years ago now because they're about 25, 30 quid a neck.
Oh, they are. Wow.
I mean, they feel rough as old boots, but I don't care. They're going to be door handles like my Les Paul door handle. So, and to be honest, you could pay 25, 30 quid for a door handle anyway.
Easy.
And it not be cool.
Awesome.
There's my that's why there's door handles.
Nice.
Anyway, so it is tradition at this point that we say, what have you been up to?
I've been working hard actually. There's a few products coming out. And I did the KHE. Let's go down there. Do this. Easy. There we go.
Such a good unit.
Oh, that thing is just oops. That thing is changed the way that I work.
It's changed the game, isn't it?
The speed you can work, it's just like you haven't got to go right. There's one amp. You just go dosh.
Yeah,
and everything's plugged in. Everything you don't have to go like, why isn't the sound coming out? You know, like do you do it all the time? You're switching amps, and so that's well chuffed with that. But I just want to get more amps now. Anyway, my birthday's coming up, so I'm thinking of I want to get myself a birthday present. I want to get myself a nice. Huh?
You had pretty much everything amp wise.
No, it doesn't have to be an amp. I mean, I'm thinking could be a guitar. I want like a keeper.
Right.
You know, so it's not like one of the guitars that come in and then, you know, I do a review of and then it gets sold.
Yeah.
Or whatever, you know. I want a keeper guitar. And I've got keeper guitars, but I've only got a couple that I would go. I wouldn't ever get rid of that.
I've probably got 3, maybe 4 tops.
Right.
And they would only say 2 of them would never get replaced. My Eggle and my Epiphone, believe it or not, because it was my first electric guitar, so I can't sell that on principle. I think my black Strat, my Strat Plus, is the other one.
Right.
Just because I love that guitar.
You need to get yourself a custom shop, and then you want to sell that. Well,
exactly. But I mean, it's the Clapton 24 Nights era, lace sensors, yada yada. It's the guitar I always wanted as a kid. There's more sentimental reasons for keeping it than there are the guitar it is. It's still a good guitar, but you know. Right. I get emotional about gear. What can I say?
Yeah. Apart from that, I'm trying to think what else I've been doing. I didn't go to the guitar show at the weekend.
I've heard from 2 people, 2 different stories.
I've heard different people saying it was fantastic.
All right. Okay. Well, I've heard some people saying bit average, some people saying really good. Many and various resellers, though, not many guitars sold. Quite a lot of pedals and auxiliary bits and extras. Not many pedals, not many amps. sold. Sorry, not many guitars, not many amps sold. And the guitars that were sold were not expensive.
Really
Mm.
interesting.
So Birmingham was quite interesting. I kind of wish I'd gone, but I'm glad financially. I'm glad I didn't because obviously I had 3 days work rather than 2. So
Yeah. Nice. So what have you been up to?
Well, 1, I've been shopping. 2, I've been shopping, and 3, I've been to Sheffield.
Oof.
Over the weekend,
Wow.
Gregoire and I were up in the Steel City doing some cheerleading. I mean, he and I weren't doing the cheerleading, fortunately, but we were up there for that. It was a long weekend of terrible music, which you will testify to.
It's the worst.
It's pretty horrible noise, isn't it? And we also took the advantage on the Friday to go guitar shop shopping.
Guitar shop shopping. Guitar shop shopping. Yeah.
Yes, guitar shop shopping. Guitar safari, if you will, because I had seen. In fact, Greg is a great car buddy because you say a thing, and he goes, and he's already looking at it.
Yeah. He's good at looking up stuff. He's good at that.
And shall I show the world my latest purchase?
Go on then.
Right.
Yeah, because I want to see what people say about this.
Right.
I haven't even seen it yet.
No. Right, you ready? Jesus. Right.
There it is.
This is 120 watts of American PV5150 muscle. This is the real Mark 1, the American one. And it weighs, well, it's biblical.
Don't you think they look a bit pony?
But the thing is, if you see what they did to the Mark 2s, the Mark 3s, and then like the JSXs, and they just look bling. Whereas these to me, this looks functional.
Yeah. And I guess that is PV. It's functional stuff.
But it sounds. I mean, it's not a sound that I thought I would particularly go for.
Yeah.
But my God, the gain.
Yeah. Oh, really?
It has gain for days.
Oh, really?
At what I'd call, say, 11 o'clock, or depending on which side of the world where you are.
Yeah. Which way does it go around?
At 11 o'clock, it goes from 1 to 10.
Yeah.
At 11 o'clock, so 3.5, I think, on the dial. Hang on, what is it there? About 4.5 on the dial. That's more gain than any human being should ever be forced to be subjected to. I couldn't get it to sort of 3 o'clock position,
right?
Because it was uncontrollable.
Oh, really?
Yeah, utterly bizarre. I mean, I had it going through the aux cranked,
yeah,
to not hurt myself, and then through the 4x12, and it sounded just ballistic.
See, that's but the way that Eddie used it was that he used his volume control all the time. So he was, he had it set, and then it was wound back for clean and
now what's
dialed in.
Interesting is if you go on the manual, the online manual for this, which would have come in paper form with the amp, they do give you a bit like Dunlop pedals, some suggested settings. And one of the suggested settings is allegedly, or Eddie's setup.
Right.
And I thought, well, there's a good starting point as any. What's this amp supposed to sound like? The bloke what designed it, or had it designed for you. And I liked that sound, so that's a good starting point. Then I sort of started just tweaking a bit and pushing here and there, and a bit more mid for me and a bit more bottom end for me. And I got a really good noise out of it. So much so, you know what I'm going to say next, don't you?
You got some captures coming.
I've got a capture pack coming.
Nice.
Several people I spoke to about it said, "Oh, you have to put a tube screamer in front of it just to tighten up the bottom end and do that tube screamery thing," and they're right.
Oh, you do you? I
You
can't
don't
think I've ever tried a 1550.
you don't have to, but you don't have to use the gain on the tube screamer. You just have to use the tone on the tube screamers to get
Yeah, cool.
the uppy thing. And it sounded epic. I was like, yes, we'll have some of those captures as well. It does. It's a 2-channel amp, believe it or not. The clean channel also has a bright and crunch setting, which are really, really usable
Oh,
because it shares the same EQ topology.
okay.
So yeah, I've done 10 captures of this new beast.
Very nice.
They will be available on the studiorats.net tomorrow, probably.
Nice.
And yeah, it's really cool amp. I'm not sure if it's a keeper because I've got other high gain amps that I probably think are more versatile, like the Friedman.
Right.
But you know, it's a really interesting amp. I've yet to decide what I'm going to do with it. But you know,
Nice.
as a high gain amp to have in the collection, it's an awesome thing.
Yes. Well, yeah. It's iconic, isn't it?
I may have to sell something in order to keep it.
Okay. Well, when I try it, we'll have a discussion about what I think and stuff. But if you like it, you like it. That's it. If it's useful in the studio. Thing is, those amps now, they're I mean, amps are just going for nothing at the moment. Nothing is the wrong word, but amps are just crashed.
We'll come on to this in a minute because obviously we've had the last 2 days of Garden Hall Get auctions.
Yeah.
And we'll come on to this later in the show. But it was an interesting amp. I saw it for what I thought was a good price, and I got it for an even better price. So I'm quite happy about that.
Nice.
I suspect it had been sitting around a while, and they wanted to move it on. That was from a company in Sheffield that I bought the Buddha from them as well, Rich Tone Music.
Right. Yeah. Have you sold that Buddha?
Yes, the Buddha's gone.
Right. Okay.
Now I don't want to sound like I'm never happy in music shops because the first time I went into Rich Tone, I thought I had really good service.
Right.
But I went with Greg and Al Lindsay came down with us, and we met up and we said Al was helping me out with some PA stuff on the big rig in the arena, which just sounded shocking. Oh, no. And I said, should we go shopping? Because there's an amp I quite fancy. So the three of us went and we sort of knocked on the door. This place is in a industrial park thing in Sheffield. So not the most salubrious of areas. I think it's fair enough to say. And we went in and Greg said, I said something and the bloke who answered the door said, oh, it speaks.
What?
Yes. And as if to say, it speaks. I'm like, at that point, what I should have done is turned around and walked out the shop.
What did he mean? I don't understand.
Well, I don't know. Whether he recognised me from whatever, I don't know.
How weird.
So it speaks. He said, how can I help you? So I think you've got a 5150. I'd really like to try it. Okay, I'll set it up for you. So he set it up through this orange tuba 12. And of course, what did he do first?
I don't know. What did he do first? No, what a dick. What a dick.
Right? So, no, actually, before that, he said to me, what guitar would you like? I said, I'd like something humbuckery, please. Right? Something humbuckery. So I said a Les Paul. And he said, I've got this PRS. I said, that'll be fine. Gave it to me. It's in drop D.
Right.
So the first
drop D or D standard? Drop D.
Okay. So I'm like, right, okay.
Okay.
We got a tuner? No. So I'm trying to tune this thing. Anyway, this PRS is like an SE or a something. It was awful.
Right. Okay.
Absolutely awful. It would not stay in tune. I mean, how the hell I got it to stay in tune, I don't know, because it was terrible. Tried this thing out. So left it at the same volume as he was playing it, started doing some noodling, and he came over and told me to turn it down. I was like, but you set the volume. Just basically pulling no punches. I got off vibes out of them.
I don't get it. I don't understand. First of all, well, it's frustrated musician syndrome, isn't it? It's like, I work in a guitar shop. I feel undervalued. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to plug in this guitar, and then I'm going to show you how good I can play, which is such a dick move.
But surely you give someone the best guitar in the building to make them sound like a rock god. You don't give them something that's setting them up for a fail.
Yeah, mate, it's shocking, isn't it?
But anyway, I bought it. I still bought it because I knew what I wanted. I knew I wanted it. I wanted to check it worked and that everything worked. And it's I mean, it's a razor blade of an amp.
What do you mean?
It'll cut through any mix, that's for sure.
Right. Interesting. Yeah, I can't wait to hear the captures.
Cool. We'll get on to other stuff shortly, but let's get into some comments from our friends on the internet. Here we go. Boom.
Nabs, he says, hello, awesome raps. Hope you're full of energy tonight. Yeah, again, yeah.
Our opening hasn't been exactly low pressure.
All right, yeah. I might start yawning about 9 o'clock. Betty Buy's time and all that. Mr. Drew, have you demoed the Line 6 Pod Express yet? Or maybe Lee would have a go at it, maybe. No, I haven't tried it yet. No, Line 6 haven't sent it to us. Do you know, not on Line 6's Yamaha's radar at all. And we met them at NAMM, did them a nice video and stuff. Yeah, I don't know what you have to do to get in Line 6's good books or Yamaha's good books. So no, I haven't been sent one. Would I buy one? I might buy one for the channel. I might buy one.
It reminded me of, do you remember when, I mean, I think Marshall started it, where you had one pot that did 2 or 3 variations of loads of effects. So you had 3 choruses, 3 flanges, 3 delays, 3 reverbs. And it reminded me of that. And I just thought, really? Are we taking a step backwards?
Well, no, I don't think you're taking a step backwards. I mean, Line 6 have their product range, don't they? They have, right at the top, they have Helix. And then they have the pods, then they have the pod system. But they have the various sort of Helix range, and then below that they're the pod system. So it's got to be made to a price point, and it can't be as good as a Helix. So I think it's probably not my sort of thing. Maybe it would have been 20 years ago, whatever. But there's so many products out there that do that sort of thing. And yes, the pod was the original thing. I'd like to give it a go. I know that I think there's so many, and there's some great stuff coming out. There's some really great stuff coming out. So yeah. Anyway,
challenging, isn't it?
Yes. Hi Keith. He says, "Hey all, hope everyone is well. Happy Wednesday." And to you, Keith. Hope you're well, mate. Jeff says, greetings from a sunny Brisbane. It's always sunny over there. He always says sunny Brisbane. Summer is well and truly over with a chilly 30 degrees predicted for today. Oh, how awful for you. I hope everyone's having a marvellous time. Yes, thank you, mate. Looking forward to our spring. We had like quite a nice day today. It felt like spring is just around the corner.
Yeah, last couple of days have been all right here.
Yeah. Nick Torres, he says, evening rats, Hot Rod Deluxe cleans versus Deluxe Reverb cleans. How do they compare? Oh, no comparison as far as I'm concerned.
No.
No. You know what? So when I was at music college, which was ACM, they had hot rod deluxes everywhere. And Hot Rod Deluxe, it goes crap, fantastic. Crap. And then it's just, there's a certain point you get on a Hot Rod Deluxe on the volume level where it just sounds great. Deluxe Reverb, it's been used on so many recordings. There aren't many classic recordings that have used a Hot Rod Deluxe. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Deluxe Reverb is a great amp. That Deluxe Reverb 2 Greg's got is a great sounding amp. I really like that.
Yeah, I really want a deluxe, like a proper deluxe. That's supposed to be the supposed to be great for sort of darker guitars.
It's the Beat It amp, isn't it?
Modified. It was a modified one.
Yeah,
no, I don't think it was, but it was. Yeah, it was a Rivera modified one. Yeah,
nice.
Scrunch. Have you tried the Line 6 Pod Express yet? I imagine we're going to get this
a lot.
And
Aaron chimes in with,
I've got one, he says to Scrunch. It's great. Going to use it in my hybrid guitar. Nice. What hybrid guitar have you got, Aaron? Have you been sent a thingy as well? Emerald.
Interesting.
You know, loads of people have been sent the Emerald for reviews.
Oh, really?
Loads of people's. Scrunch, it does seem like a bargain. Yeah, it's not bad. Is that, I think, 150 quid in the UK? Went to the guitar show on Sunday, thought it was quite average, to be honest. That's a shame. Miguel, hi guys from Spain. I'm interested in your opinion about two products, Carl Martin Amster and bare knuckle polymath pickups. Thanks. Right, I'm gonna have to. I don't know the Carl Martin Amster. Shall we have a quick look?
Yes.
Let's have a look. Oh. Okay, hold on. Oh yes, I remember this. Yeah. Okay, hold on. You still there?
Yeah, we're here. You haven't.
Yeah, my computer had a funny 5 minutes. Let me share. Sorry, I know I have to talk through this every time I do it. Right, the Amster.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, do you remember that? Tube amp preamp with tube guitar preamp with speaker sim. Completely analog with 12x7 for recording live. I can't say I've ever used one. Carl Martin stuff's normally quite good. It's got a very sort of I think it's a little metal bit on it there, but it's got
I like his brother's cooking.
Huh?
I like his brother's cooking.
Oh God, who?
James Martin.
You're the king of bad jokes. It's got a very dual rectifier look about it with the dual rectifier style knobs and
some metal work. Yeah.
Okay, what's the other thing?
Bare knuckle polymath pickups.
Is that the Revere set?
I don't know. As long as it's not the Polyphia set.
No, it's not
Polyfiller set.
Polyfiller. Get it right. Polymath humbucker. Let's have a look. Oh no, it's a Nolly one. It's a Nolly humbucker.
Sorry.
Nolly. So Alan Nolly Get Good.
Right. Okay.
You don't. Surely you know who Nolly is.
No idea.
Okay. Sort of big metal producer.
No.
And amazing guitar player as well. I would say anything that he's put his name to would be fantastic. So I would definitely be interested in that. I imagine they're quite high output. Let's have a look. Which wouldn't be my. Let me have a quick look. Yeah, no, it doesn't say what the output is. Oh, it does. It does. What's it say? 14.2. Yeah, that's too high output for me, and 11.9 in the neck. That's not going to be for me. But they're Anaco 5, so they're going to be nice and bright. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I reckon they'll sound like a set of. If you ever tried like a Ernie Ball, Eddie Van Halen style guitar, or some of the EVH guitars and stuff, that sort of bright humbucker sort of sound. I really like that, but they're a little bit too high output for me.
Cool.
Nice.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, let's know you get on. I'd really like to know about those the humbuckers. Rafa, he says, I went to Guitar Show. Nice one. Let us know how what you thought, mate.
We missed you.
And Emil says, hi, Studio Rats. Looking forward to the H90 video. I was speaking to James about that today. Are you doing it tomorrow?
Shooting tomorrow. There might be some tweaking and stuff, but the next couple of days.
Nice. So it'll be out in the next couple of days. He says, I have one with my Katana using 4 cable method with the Deco version 2. Thinking about the Empress Para EQ Deluxe after the Deco, or should I join EQ-aholic support group? Nice one. Yeah, no. Yeah, let's know what that is. Yeah, James is shooting the video next couple of days, or he's shooting it tomorrow, but should be some tweaking, so should be out this week.
Yes, we'll do my best.
Mendel says, oh my God, block letter. Congrats. Looking forward to hearing you all play it. The PV.
The PV, yes. Yes. block letter, congrats. Yes, I get it.
No, as in that's what that model's called.
I know it is, yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Hollywood actress, evening all. Did Line 6 release, here we go, the Line 6 Pod Express this week, just to wind up Lee, who just got the Boss IR pedal. I'm not sure the Line 6 Pod Express is Lee's jam. Maybe I'd have to ask him about that. He'll probably get one, knowing Lee. He loves playing stuff.
Yeah, he loves a pedal, doesn't he? A pedal does lots of things.
He loves for his
flyboard when he only flies once a year.
No, I get it. I get why he does it. He explained it, and he gets some great tones out of it. Good at getting tones. Nick Torres says, pick one each: an amp with a nice clean channel and pedals, or a 2-3 channel amp foot switchable with nice built-in digital reverb for convenience. Good question.
Ooh. Okay, so here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. It's almost like I've got both of those, because the nice 2-3 channel amp, without any need for anything, really is the Friedman. I know it's not got digital reverb or anything like that, but my God, that Friedman is great. Mm-hmm. Whereas I've been playing with our beauty, the TSR20, and doing a capture pack for that, because hey, why not? With pedals in the front end. Oh my God, that thing sounds good. I haven't played it for a couple of weeks, and I'm like, I forgot how good that thing sounds and how great it sounds with pedals. So for me, it's great amp, great clean amp with a bit of grit. And pedals.
Oh, God, it's really hard. It's really hard because it rarely comes along where you get an amp that's got a great clean channel and a great overdrive channel. But there's always something you go, oh, that's nearly perfect, but I wish it was just a little bit more like this. So I think I'd probably go for the 2 to 3 channel amp if I could choose what that amp was.
Right. Interesting.
Yes.
Well, and I bet you thought I was going to be that way around.
Yes, I did actually.
I just think sometimes you can get more variation from pedals than you can from
without doubt.
And I think it obviously depends on the amp.
Yeah, without doubt.
But hey.
Nick Torres, he said, would you use neural DSP plugins for professional recording? Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. I think they're probably the pick of the bunch, to be honest. Sometimes I think some of their stuff isn't very natural sounding. I think they do a lot of, like the Tim Henson stuff and the Pliny and all that sort of stuff. It's not natural sounding. They're not organic sounding amps. They're, and they sound great, but they're just very otherworldly. If that's, it's not like a natural sound. I think they're really good, but no, they do. I mean, their Tone King was really good. Yeah.
I mean, all their stuff sounds. It sounds good. It's whether it's a sound that you like.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a fair way of putting it. David Brose, I'm sure his hair's getting longer. That mugshot. What's the worst trade What is the worst trade you guys ever made?
Oh,
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. I'm sure I've had some. I've had some shockers.
I've sold stuff that I wished I hadn't lots of times. But I don't trade
I
gear
can't.
very often.
I'm gonna have to think about that.
Yeah, I don't think I trade gear that much, but there's certainly been stuff that I wish I hadn't sold. My PSA 1 for a start.
Nah, I just pick up one of them.
I know, but you know, they're one of those things that went up in value. In fact, my original JCM 800 I should never have sold. The head.
That's a good one. Yeah. I'm gonna have to think because I'm sure I've done some stupid stuff, especially in my youth. Not so much
and
now.
selling an original 70s Fender Champ for 20 quid was definitely was down there with stupid things to do. But when you're a teen, you don't know, do you?
Yeah. Mike, greetings all. Greetings, Mike. Hope you're well, mate. I was up in Cranley at the weekend, seeing a friend for his 50th.
Nicely
Really
done.
fleeting sort of visit. Aman Segal, he said, can you guys introduce any guitar learning lessons? I've done some bits. We've done some bits on the channel.
How to shred was a particular highlight.
I like that one. Yeah, no, the thing is, I used to teach, so I hated it so much that I really struggled to. I've got such a mental block about it that I really struggle doing it. Yeah, maybe I should.
I can teach tech, but I can't teach drums. I've got no patience whatsoever.
I think the thing about teaching as well is that you see these sort of YouTube channels, and they have a YouTube channel, but they also, they have this teaching course, and it almost makes me feel like what's that method called? What's that thing that you can sell anything?
Gravy for the brain.
You can sell anything, sort of thing. And because it just makes me feel like that. And please don't think that I think this about everyone that's got this, but it almost makes me feel like it's a bit disingenuous. They're doing videos just to promote their course.
Their course. Well, that's what they are doing. That's.
I know, but they're doing videos. They're doing videos of other stuff. It's almost like, oh yes, today we're looking at this. Oh, but you can also go and check out my guitar course. It almost feels like I enjoy making videos because I like being informative. I'm not sure I want to do videos and then go, well, I'm just doing it because I'm going to make a lot of money on. I think some of these people's courses, they make a lot of money, don't they?
A lot
of money. Scrunge, David Brose, I swapped a frameless Panthera Studio Custom for a Les Paul. I don't know the frameless Panthera Studio Custom for a Les Paul due to name envy. Worst decision ever made. Well, worst decision you ever made? I know some of those framelesses can be expensive, but you probably find that the Les Paul easier to sell.
Yeah, it was funny. So we'll get onto the auctions, but yeah, it's some interesting stuff.
Con artist, he says, I'm in Australia and music shops before the advent of the internet was so rude and arrogant. That there's so much online competition has made them behave. Interesting. Yeah, I think musicians can be dicks because sometimes, and I'm not saying this is always the case, some guys really make a career of working in a music shop, but sometimes people that work in a music shop,
they're there for something to do Monday to Thursday.
Yeah, they want to be famous they want to be full-time musicians. And it's like, YouTube people, they just want to be music. Oh God, just giving away the secret.
We want to be infamous.
Yes. Rohit, he says, do you prefer the Fractal FM9 or the Helix floor? Fractal FM9.
FM9 every day of the week.
Hollywood, Joby, you know that Pod Express can save presets, so it's stripped down multi-effects unit, really.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
know.
it's all, yeah. It comes with a. I guess it's got an app you can plug in the app, and also the.
I'm guessing so. Yeah, I'm guessing so.
It must do. Al, he says, "Evening all. Sorry I'm late. How are we? Go on. What have I missed?"
You missed me whinging about our music shop experience. So if you want to come out on Al and just reaffirm that I'm not an asshole. Shops.
We've done that. We've done that. But thanks anyway. You don't need to. But thanks. We have done that. Pitt, he says, "Hello from the hospital after a knee op." Oh, nice one, mate. I hope it's a replacement knee. Other than something that,
yes.
Yeah, other than yes. Good luck with the if it is a new knee. Good luck with the new knee, and all the extra things you'll be able to do with it. Aaron, he says, "I have a Cole Clark Angel 2 with a humbucker in the bridge, no emerald jet." Cole Clark, nice. I don't know the Cole Clark Angel.
No, me neither.
A man Cigar, he says, "Your thoughts on EMG pickups, please. Are they dead?" No, I used to love EMG pickups.
Me too.
I haven't tried them for some time.
A friend of mine had a telly with EMG P90s. Oh my god! Yeah, it was great.
I didn't even know they did P90s. Wow.
Well, they're a P90 size.
Oh wow.
Oh god, it was an awesome guitar. It was really awesome.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was a lovely thing.
Yeah, but sorry, Amon. Just yeah. I liked EMGs. I had a Strat with EMGs and I had a telly with EMGs. Al says Triptych is Rabia's set of bare knuckles, if I remember. Ivica Bago, he says, "Greetings from Croatia." Greetings.
I like Croatia. Been there a lot.
I've never been.
For work and for play.
Nice. Mr. Moxie, he says, "Good evening, gents. 100% gin and dog sitting there. The life of rock and roll, just about holding on." Nice one, mate. What's percent gin and dog?
Is it 0% gin? Because 0% gin, I've got a bottle of, and it's undrinkable. I'd say it's lighter fuel, but it's not, because you can't light it because there's no alcohol in it. It's revolting stuff.
What's the point of that?
Jen got a bottle from work to see if I liked it, and it was like, horrible stuff.
I don't see the point. I don't see the point in the point of drinking is relaxes and all that sort of stuff. Don't see 0% gin. What's the point of that?
Nah.
Like, just go and drink something. Go and drink water, or a tonic or something. Jim Simmons. Yeah. What do you guys think of the new? Oh my god. Well, I only said that, Jim, because it seems that everyone is obsessed about this.
They are,
which is great. Yeah, we've had loads of questions on it. Haven't tried it yet, mate. Would like to. It seems that it's very popular. Yeah. Aaron says Pod Express doesn't load IRs, but I like that it has effects and presets. It's really cool. So they are. Lee wouldn't like it for that reason. There we go. Keith said, "Paul, how's your time been with the QC? Thoughts now?" Yes, great. Yeah, having a nice time with it, actually. It's should I show you my board?
Yes.
Actually, I'm not sure I can, because the QC I can't.
Is it gaffered down or?
No, I haven't. I haven't gaffered down the QC, but if I do that, then you can see because I can still hold on to the QC.
Nice.
Yeah, so I've got the dual list, because I find that the putting analog drives in the effects loop definitely sounds better than using the drives on there.
All right.
And yeah, they haven't got a harmonic trem, so I've got the Harmonious Monk version 2.
Could you not put the dual list before the QC?
Yes, but then if I did that, I wouldn't be able to use the way that I use a compressor. So I have a compressor, and I've tried different compressors in the going in the front end, and actually, I quite like the compressors that are built in.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. And then you can put the loop block straight after the compressor.
Yeah, or anywhere you want, but yeah.
Nice.
Andy, he says, you were producing a commercial pop track. Would you put a guitar solo on it? Depends if it needed it. Yes, I think sometimes there was a time when you wouldn't, and there's a time when, you know, it's a bit kitsch, the wrong sort of word. And sometimes it depends what the solo is. If it's, you know, everything has to have a place. There's no point in putting anything on a track unless it's needed. There's no point in, I'm a guitar player, so I'm going to put a solo on it. If the song doesn't need it, yeah. Do always work to the song as opposed to the song work to you, I would say.
Yeah. I must admit, though, when I'm working on stuff that's mine, there's generally a guitar solo in
it. That's because you still live in the 80s and the 70s.
Yeah. I don't like 808, 808s and 909s, so I like real drums.
Oh, I love 808s. Rohit, he says, so I'm a worship guitarist, and many people use Helix. So I got convinced, but Fractal sounds more natural, more up to date. Definitely.
I believe so.
Yeah, I'd like to. I've had a Helix. Had the Helix rack a long time ago. Never really liked it. I think again it was very early adoption. But I had the Fractal Axe FX3, and I thought that was really good.
My is blowing. I think it's
Oliver, he says, hi Studio Rats. Any experience with Morgan amps? Yeah, a little bit. And the only experience that I've had is knowing lots of people that have had them, and the power tubes keep blowing out. But they're great amps. They sound great.
They do have very their AC.
I think that's what it is. Yeah, but yeah, they tend to. I even knew someone that was literally just blowing tubes all the time. So yeah, but you know, great sounding amps. Just have a spare set of tubes.
Just the spare set, because of course there's a tube shortage on. Oh no, that was made up.
Was it? Was it made up?
Apparently so. Yes.
Was it really?
Oh no, we've had that one already. There we
go. Graham, he says, evening. Will you be checking out the new David Grohl Epiphone? So that's in the news, I think.
Yeah.
In the news.
Of course it is.
It is in the news.
Of course it is.
Mike Blue, oi, wake up and piss. The world is on fire. What? Oi, wake up and piss. The world is on fire. I have not got a clue.
I've probably been yawning, if I'm honest. Had a long day.
Have you? Fra says, how does Spark amp sound compared with Tonex and bias effects versus IK amplitude? Well, the thing is, you can't compare anything to Tonex because Tonex hasn't got a sound. Tonex is what you put in it.
Yes.
So Spark amp is...
Mine's due any day, by the way.
Is it? Oh, nice. Oh, that'd be interesting.
So I've bought the new Spark Live, the big one.
Yeah.
Goodies on it.
Nice.
But I've been checking and saying it's like due end of March, April. So
okay,
any
nice.
day.
Yeah. So Tonex as the, I don't think I've ever sort of not said this, but Tonex out the factory, I think lacks some fantastic presets, and I don't mean that in a bad way to IK, but I think it just needs some, maybe a couple of preset tweaks, or you can load your own stuff into it, which I think that's the best thing about Tonex. I think it's such a great unit for that.
And the ecosystem is really good, you know, because it's so easy to share, buy, sell patches.
Yeah.
And if you don't have that amp, there's a fair chance someone else does and has done captures for it. And of course, you can use it as a Tonex block inside Amplitube.
Yeah. Bias effects, bias effects too complicated as far as I'm concerned. Amplitude is great. Yeah, it's good. I mean, out of all of them, if I was going to do something, I'd get Tonex because you can then, you could put great captures into it.
Definitely. To the point where actually, if I've been recording something where it's not guitar centrally focused, I've used captures over using actual amps because they're there. It's a lot quicker to do it than it is to mess around with actual amps and microphones and things.
It's true. David, he says, always hoping Paul shows an unreleased pedal. It's kind of a tradition. Have I ever done that? I don't think I've done that, have I?
I think you went, oh, that.
Oh, yeah, I did do that one.
Yeah.
I did do that one. I think I got away with it as well.
But you did.
Can't remember what it was. Yeah, very good. Ned, he said, good evening. Nice to see you again, gents. I might get my hands on a Squire Deluxe Hot Rail Stratcaster for barely €200. Should be a good deal. Yeah, nice one.
Very nice. What's interesting?
Yes.
We were watching. I will come on, talk about that in a minute. But there's some very interesting stuff on the Squire front.
Is it okay? Fra, you guys are a great team. Never break up. Cheers. Oh, thanks, mate.
Oh, thank you. I think. Sorry, wrong one. No, missed.
Okay, Nabs, he says, it seems I've opened a can of worms for when I ask about the Pod Express. Oops. Not at all, mate. No, it's good. It's good to know what people are interested in because, that probably means I should do a video on it.
Yes. It's a good place to start.
Keith, Oliver, I own a Morgan RCA 35 with 1x12 Celestian Creamback, about 10 years old now. Great amp. They're well-built amps. So they are. So Keith has had good experience. Rummy, because we worked that out last week, didn't we?
Yeah.
I like solos, and I like solos and live in the 70s. A pint and Thin Lizzy, sue me, knight me, deport me, whiskey in the jar.
Very good. Yes.
Very good. No, I love solos. But he was asking for a commercial project. And a solo is great if it's done well, but I think it tends to be more melody based, which I think is a good thing, as opposed to, it sort of follows the melody of the tune.
Yes.
David says, Jovie, did you listen to the Michael McDonald Rick Beato interview? Great stories about Jeff Porcaro and Steely Dan era.
Yes, I have watched it and it's brilliant. And
is it worth watching?
It's worth watching. Michael McDonald is a hero.
Sorry. Yeah, Michael McDonald. Yeah, absolutely. He's brilliant. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to watching that. Did you watch the Open one?
No, I haven't.
It's really good. It's really, really interesting. Really interesting. And he played some songs and you go, oh my God, I forgot how great the Police were.
Yeah. Oh, Copeland is a nutter. I still can't quite work out if the Police were a ska band. Because so much of their stuff is dick, 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 dick. It's all that kind of offbeat kind of, and he's such a amazingly imaginative drummer.
He's brilliant, yeah.
It's like the Police are almost a ska band.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was around sort of punky sort of reggae, I guess, yeah. It was around that sort of time. But there's so much better musicians than just like.
Yes, of course.
Reese, depends, lol. Depends on
what?
Depends on what. You might have to fill us in. Let's
Yes.
go down to the next one, then we'll do the news.
Yeah.
Anthony, he says, advice on amps. I've been using Axe Effects, all variants, since 2008. Where did I get June from? With amp and cab. But going to a small combo, Morgan RP12, 12CJ, Lazy J, J20, Hampstead, and Maz 18. Can't decide.
Well, there's a good variation in there.
It's a really good variation in there. Have you thought about? Sorry to stick another sort of idea in your head, but have you thought about divided by 13? I would, if you're looking for those sort of size amps, I think I would rather go divided by 13 than any of that lot. Maz, so I used to have a Maz 38, 32, whatever it is, the bigger Maz. That is a great sounding amp. Lazy J20 is a very different sounding amp to the other amps you're looking at there.
Yeah, that's different. Very different.
Yeah.
And the Hampstead, I would say, the Hampstead's a headroom amp. You know, it's very much about what you put in front of it. You're going to get a lovely tone out of the thing, but you're not going to get all the whistles and bells that you'll get from pedals and things in front of it.
Yeah, I need to sit down a bit. I need to sit down with a Hampstead because it tends to be. I mean, the guy wasn't he some sort of rocket scientist or something? And he's not actually a guitar player.
No, something like that. It's basically there is something like that, isn't he? So he's definitely falls into the category of mad scientist.
Oh yeah, definitely. But he's not a guitar player, so it's almost like, I mean, I'm not saying that his stuff isn't great. It's supposed to be great, but guitar players, you have to, surely to design amplifiers, you have to be a guitar player.
At this point, I'm just going to say that the Morgan RP12 should be divided by 13, not divided by 12.
Because the CJ12 is divided by 13. Okay.
I
see. Divided by 30. I see. CJ. Okay. So divided by 13, I would go for. I've done the CJ12, I think, on the channel. Did a review of it, and it was an awesome sounding amp. Out of all of those, I would go for that. But be aware, you're used to using Axe effects with all the effects and all that sort of stuff. There's no effects loop on a divided by 13. There are effects loops not on the J20, on the Lazy J20. The Morgan RP12, I don't know, and Hampstead will have an effects loop. It's a very different sound. It's a very different sound. But I would go divided by 13.
Good answer.
Always love Neil Sean for keeping in solos in the melody of the song, not just going off at right angles. Yeah, no, he's brilliant at that, isn't he? And I don't think that was him. I think that was Steve Perry used to sing the solos to him, from what I heard, and then he copied the solos.
And Lukather's great for that as well.
Lukather's brilliant, absolutely brilliant,
because he just puts enough variation and fingers in just to make you go, "Hello, guitar player here," but they're still beautifully crafted solos and melodies. It's a melody. It's an alternative melody, not just a solo.
Yes. Nice. Rummy says, Regatta de Blanc, Scar all day, coppers. Anthony says, yeah, divided by 13, CJ11. So, yeah, that's the one I did the review of, and it's brilliant. Yeah. Maz 18 from that list, says Jay Wright. Yeah, the Maz 18's great, but I would still go divided by 13. Evening Bumders.
I've got nothing. Nothing on that.
Such a bumder. David Quillen, hello mate. He said, "Come on, rodents, 1 hour in and only 2 likes." What? Press the like button. Yeah, give us a like if you're enjoying this. Come on, it's 88 of you watching at the moment. It really does help us. Thanks, David. Hope you're well, mate. Anthony, he says, "I have a Friat power station used to power cab, so can add a loop." Oh, okay. Nice. Yes. I honestly divided by 13. Jay Wright, Sean is definitely a master of the craft. He can burn it down and pull your heart at the same time. Yes, he's really good, isn't he?
Yeah.
Shagger, he says, "Just tuned in. My goodness, you lads have managed to keep it up with the chat tonight. Only a few messages behind." Yes, we're right on it. We're right on it.
Which will all fall apart now when I say, "Should we do the news?"
Let's do the news. Let's do it.
So we've done guitar shops. We've done buying, we haven't talked about the last 2 days of auctions.
Oh, okay, we do that first. Yeah, let's do that.
First?
Let's do
Right.
that first.
So I'd love to say I haven't bought anything, but I have.
Come on then. What you bought?
Right.
Let's have
So-
pictures.
Right, you ready for this? Let me go into my winning lots. So first up, I have bought one of these. Ready?
Yeah. Oh, there we go. First Sean.
Ready? There it is. Boom.
Oh, look at that bad boy.
I have bought a 100-watt dual rectifier. Let me get rid of this.
That does look tidy.
And
That's never been gigged.
That's never been gigged. If I do that, it's in beautiful nick.
Oh no, that has been gigged.
It's been gigged, but I don't think it's it's
Well looked after.
well looked after.
Wow.
I'm looking forward to getting that home.
It's good. Isn't it funny how things have changed? Like, that's definitely of an era, isn't it?
When I wanted the JCM 900, which I now have, that was the other amp I wanted. Or should I say, that was the other amp I wanted.
It's an ugly thing.
Oh, I don't know. I think there's a time and a place for those.
I used to have a solo rectifier, the 50-watt.
Yeah.
And really great sounding amp.
Properly good sounding amp.
Yeah,
I'm wondering whether that's going to stay and the Friedman and the 5150 will go, because I think that's going to cover a lot of that territory.
Yeah, the boogie stuff. It's not going to sound like the Friedman. It's way more scoop than the Friedman.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
But
still,
it's an era. It's of an era, isn't it? It's that 90s sort of metal sound.
Well, but guess why I've really bought it? Because I'm going to do a capture pack on it, of course.
Yeah, of course.
And the other thing I bought was something I've been after for a little while.
Okay.
A Dobro. And one of the reasons I bought this one is because as Greg and I were driving,
that is a nasty gig bag.
It's a Terrible gig bag, but we were looking and
Michael
Messer. This is a Michael Messer Lightning single cone resonator.
Right.
Is quite a well-regarded English maker, and they go for quite a lot more than I paid for it. So if I don't get on with it, I can ship it on.
So it's an English-made thing, is it?
I believe so. Yes.
Oh, nice. And can I ask what you paid for it?
I paid. I can't actually remember. Let me see what I scroll down. Hang on. I paid 520 quid.
Okay. I don't know.
They sell for about 800-900.
Okay.
So
that's not too bad.
Yeah, reasonably happy with that. That's the only two, because quite frankly, the other things I was looking at, I either missed out on them on time or available funds were not forthcoming, because I don't have the dough at the moment just to mess around. However, I thought it might be interesting to look at the stuff I was watching.
Hey, great. You can give your address away as well.
Pardon?
Just give your address away. But...
Fair enough. The stuff I was watching was very interesting. So, for example, that Clapton Strat went for 920 quid.
I mean, that's not. I wouldn't say that's an amazing deal.
Right. That 2009 Custom Shop.
Yeah.
1750.
Okay, what's 1750 plus fees?
Plus fees makes it 223 quid.
Okay,
sorry,
so
2,200 quid.
2,200.
2,200.
I mean, yeah, it's a good deal. It's not like I wouldn't be jumping up and down. Yes, it's a good deal.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be like, oh my god, I've got an amazing deal. Yes, it's good deal. More than that.
I think that for me, the 88-335 for 1750, someone's got a very nice deal.
I don't think so at all.
No,
don't think so at all. No.
Okay.
No. That to me is not. No.
All right. The one of the 61 345 didn't sell.
Didn't sell.
The 62 345 went for 8,800.
See, that's not bad. That's a good deal.
The Ibanez, the JS that I was looking at, went way higher than I was willing to spend.
Okay. Yeah.
680. The PRS Silver Sky went for 1,050.
So what's that plus fees?
Do hold.
Roughly, just roughly, what, 1,200 quid?
Hang on. 1050 to 1323.
Yeah, I'd say that's a pretty good deal.
Mm-hmm. The red special, I should have gone for that for 360.
I'm
not going to get one of those that cheap. The Deirdre Cartwright guitars, went stupidly high.
Well, no, because that's an 80s. That's an 80s less PRS. That's not stupid high. It's PRS.
4,200 quid. The 84 Schecter though, 1,200 quid.
Fun, isn't it?
Now, funny talking about amps.
Yes.
The amps did not go high. I mean, a JCM 800 for 420 quid.
Yeah,
the
cheap.
The Boogie Studio 22, 520 quid.
That's not. I mean, that's not an amazing deal on that.
No, but it's not high. The two Vibrachamps went for under 500 quid, 440 quid and 520 quid. Right. That Fender Tremolux went high, 1,500.
Yeah, but that's not high for what it is, but it's knackered.
Yeah. Is that the knackered one?
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't even work.
Oh yeah, it's definitely seen better days, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely better days.
And then there's some more stuff coming tomorrow, but nothing guitar.
How much did the reverb go for? 200 quid.
It's tomorrow.
Oh, that's tomorrow, is it?
Yeah. There's more stuff tomorrow, bits and pieces. Some interesting things. I mean, what was interesting was Alan and I were chatting online while it was going on.
Yeah.
And where was it? I think the 63 Strat went for 1,400 quid. 14,000. Sorry, 14,000.
Okay.
There was a modded 62 Strat for 7 grand.
Oof, well, it depends how modded, but
yeah, I think it was. I think there was some fairly serious stuff going on. The ridiculous one was the 80s Squire, went for over 2 grand.
What idiot bought that? Jesus.
I don't know. I really don't know. So yeah, I think I did okay. It was fun watching, but generally amps were not going high. Any guitar that didn't have an F or a G on the headstock was not raising good money, proving yet again that if you ever want to resell it, it's got to be a Fender or Gibson.
Yeah, or PRS. I mean, yeah, it's stick to the brands that are are going to sell. Yeah, it's true. Right, should we do news or should we do some more?
News. Yes, do the news. Say when. I'll add you.
There we go. All right, go straight there. There we go. Right. So we've had it in the chat. So Epiphone have released the DG335, so the Dave Grohl Gibson, which I can't remember how many they built, but of the actual Gibson version.
Mm-hmm. What, the Trini Lopez?
Well, no, it's not a Trini Lopez. It's the DG. It's a different thing. But yes, it's got the Trini Lopez diamonds in it.
Yeah.
How
much is the Epiphone then? 2.5 grand?
1,400 quid.
Okay. I mean, still, 1,400 quid for an Epi is a lot of money.
It is a lot of money for an Epi.
But they seem to be that sort of money now.
Yeah, I mean, I think they'll sell like hotcakes.
It's a great looking guitar.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's rocking horse shite is the Gibson version. If they come up, they just straight out. I thought this was quite cool. The Ultra American Strat.
Yes.
Look at the paint job on that. It's great, isn't it?
Yeah, that's really nice.
Done a nice job on that. 70th. It's their 70th anniversary models. Yeah, they've got some nice things. The sort of 54, and there's some other models as well. But here they are. Yeah, the only one I'm not keen at, and I've never been, is the Antigua. Never get that. I just don't understand what's going on with that color.
That 54 two-tone sunburst is beautiful.
Yeah, I don't know what the specs are. If it's sort of small frets and sort of 7.5 radius neck and all that sort of stuff, or if they've modernized it.
Yeah.
Next, the Pod Express.
Really? I didn't know they've released anything.
Yeah, believe it or not. Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, I think that is a shame about the IR loader. And I wonder if you can actually just turn off the IR, and then you can load in your, you can have like an IR pedal afterwards. But yeah, I think they're about 100. Oh no, they're not. They're more expensive than that. They're €219.
So not
That's
far.
more
220 quid. Not far.
No,
It's not far off 1-to-1 at the minute, isn't it?
yeah, no, that's not. That's more expensive than I thought. That's too much for me. What's this? Oh yeah, I thought this was interesting. So, Soccer Mummy has had a guitar built.
Right. Okay.
How ignore the back? How neat is that? Like, there's no. You can't see anything. You can't see any of the wiring or the springs or all that sort of stuff. Yeah, really good job, isn't it?
Beautiful.
How neat that is. That must have taken a long time to do. Apparently, it's not as heavy as you'd think. It's about £10, which is still heavy, but
yeah. What's it made out of? Acrylic.
Yes, acrylic. Yeah. Cool though, isn't it?
It's very cool.
Yeah, it's nice.
But that's genuinely a guitar you wouldn't want to get dings on, because I mean, there's dings showing up, and then they're seeing them from every single angle on the guitar.
Yeah, but I guess it's true. But I guess you can polish it out. I guess. I don't know how hard acrylic is to repair.
Yeah.
What's this? Oh yeah. So Ed Sheeran is Looper pedal. So he's done the little one and the big and the Looper X. Loads of companies were doing, or loads of YouTubers were doing reviews of it. Obviously, Anton's did a good review, because that's what Pete does. Yeah, interesting. And they did it with James did it with it's done within music.
What? Really? Okay.
Yeah. So it's it's got some of their processing. Oh, nice. Sorry, some of their processing inside it. What's their amp? What's it called? MX5. The MX5 stuff.
11 rack. It's 11 rack based, isn't it?
Yeah. But what's their? It's not Helix. What's it called? Headrush. Thank you. Yeah, it's got some Headrush stuff built in.
Cool.
Is that Gretsch got some new models? I thought these were quite nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, they're cool, aren't they? Gretsch do some nice stuff.
That's
yeah, really like the look of that. I'd almost like one of them, but without the Bigsby on it. So sort of Les Pauly.
See, I like that with the Bigsby, because I've just had to give my Bigsby guitar back.
Yeah. Oh, did you? You had to give it back?
Yeah.
You don't get nothing for nothing with them, do you? Right. I'm back in.
Cool. There we go. Right. Right. We'll go from there. Go.
Shagart. It says top 3 dead rock bands.
Toto.
Yeah.
Steely Dan.
Is that dead rock?
Well, it's yacht rock, isn't it? All right. Dead rock. Toto's up there definitely. Blackstone Cherry, they're definitely a dad rock band.
Mm-hmm. Brian Adams.
Yeah,
That's dad rock. That's dad rock.
definitely dad rock.
Nice. Mr. Woodford says, "Hey fellas, either of you ever owned a Hughes and Kettner Rotosphere? I'm tempted. Yes, I had one back in the day. Really good. Really good.
What is a Rotosphere, if I may be so?
A rotary speaker, valve pedal, designed by Thomas Blug. Yeah, really good. Really, really, really good. It's a great show. Appreciated. Cheers, Davey. Shahar says, "Hell no to the dobro."
No, I've always wanted one, mainly so I can sit just to go ding, 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 do, 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 do. Badly.
No, I think dobros are great. I think they're really. It's one of those things you pick up once, once a year, whatever.
You can't fake it, can you? It's not a noise you can fake.
Definitely not. Emil says, "By the way, today is the birthday of a certain blackstrap player. Gilmore?
Clapton?
Me?
You say Blackstrap, it's got to be Gilmore, isn't it?
I'll say Gilmore.
If it is, happy birthday.
Oh, it's someone else's. No, isn't it also John Frusciante's birthday as well? Maybe that was yesterday.
Oh.
Anyway, Little John. Little John. Paul, what's the cheapest electric guitar you own that you would gig and record with? Cheapest one? Oh, mate, I'm embarrassed to say.
Which custom shop is it this week?
I don't really have any cheap guitars, to be
Have
honest.
you still got the Relish?
No.
All right.
No, I sold that. Thank God. Cheapest guitar. Oh my God. I'm too embarrassed to say. I can't. It's really embarrassing.
Moving on.
Yeah, I haven't really got any cheap guitars, but what would I? Let's go back. Let's say, oh no, I tell you what I have got.
You used to have that Reverend which you gigged on.
That Reverend was great. The Reverend Greg Koch, that was really good. Not a cheap guitar though. What's that company that I did the Lightning? That guitar kit. I've got that in the house. I wouldn't gig with it, and I'll tell you why. It was great. I did the whole sort of build with it. It comes with a body and a neck, and you put it all together and stain it and put in the electronics and all that stuff. Really interesting build. The neck is shrunk, so I've got lots of fret sprout, which really pisses me off.
Right.
So from that reason, I need to go and get that sorted. Go and do it with fret sprout. I mean, I could probably do it myself, to be honest, but yeah, it needs a couple of tweaks.
How bad is fret sprout? I mean, is it like kind of sticking at the end, or
no? It's just a bit sharp when you move your hand up and down it. So something that was. It's basically what happens is wood
expands and contracts.
Yes. If companies dried their wood properly, it doesn't happen.
Right.
Okay. Lots of modern guitars now get fret sprout, depending on the climate. We don't really get fret sprout in this country because our climate is really. We have a lot of humidity, don't we? So we have a lot of moisture in the air, and but to me, a good quality company dries their wood properly.
Yes.
Hollywood. I always wanted a dual rectifier. Perhaps it was the boutique amp of the 90s to own. Yeah, but it was way too expensive back then when I was young. It was expensive.
They were. And at the moment, You still can't get Boogie in the UK.
Really? Yes, you
Still
can.
can't.
Guitar had a delivery.
Yeah, singular delivery.
Yeah, but a whole bunch of amps. But
Yeah, but still, they're rare beasts in the UK at the minute.
Michael Parkinbum, he says, can anyone explain all the hype around the Liam Gallagher and John Squire album?
Yeah, it's Liam Gallagher and John Squire. That's probably it.
I think it's like people that buy albums are probably of that age that really like Liam Gallagher and John Squire. So yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard it. Have you heard any of it?
No, it's got Liam Gallagher on it. I'm not interested. Talking up to a microphone that's pointing down at him.
Hollywood 355 90 no 3 I think it's a 335 wasn't it? 1980s for 2K sounds too much to me. It does to me too.
Fair enough.
Clapton, Emil. What's that 90s? So what's that 80s Squire? The JV ones are still 2K. Yes, it would have been a JV.
Yes.
But still 2K, considering they were 150 quid when they came out.
Exactly.
But what can you buy for 2K? You know, you could nearly buy that custom shop.
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
No.
Michael Parkinbum, Gilmore. David Gilmore isn't black. No, Black Strat.
No, but he said the Black Strat player. He didn't say the Black Strat.
Oh, very good. Very good. I see. Yeah, that does make sense then. Rami, if recording guitar with a plug-in or modeler, how can one get the guitar to feedback? I love how an amp and semi-hollow can produce that kind of sound. Maybe computers are not there yet.
Turn your speakers up.
Yeah, there's still feedback.
It's still feedback. It just doesn't go through the same signal path. I can get these to feedback, no problem. But sit here with them.
So can I. Yeah. It's just level.
There is a really cool little plugin though, by Softtube, isn't there? The feedback plugin that can do it. You've got to be careful with it because it will do it on any held note. It will turn it into feedback. But if you do need to fake it, there's a Softtube plugin called Feedback. I think it's called Tube Feedback, something like that, and it will do it for you in a very authentic and very nice way.
Good one there. Toto, Eagles, Creedence Clearwater.
Yeah, Eagles definitely.
Yeah, Foo Fighters are dad rock. I guess they are.
They are these days, aren't they? Dad rock.
Excuse me. Fra 5150, iconic small combo. Thoughts? Keep rocking, guys. I haven't tried the little ones, but I imagine it sounds pretty good.
I mean, I remember going to another music shop down in Brighton, and again having horrific service trying to buy one of the 5150 lunchbox heads, the little ones. Right. I'm glad I didn't now because it wasn't that much. Even back then, it wasn't that much more to buy the 100 watter. Okay, secondhand, etc. But I know which will lose me less money.
Shahar, he says, Paul, I know you love your Amplified Nation amps. How long do you think you'll keep them? I can't see myself ever getting rid of them, to be honest.
Wow.
They
are beautiful. I mean, I love the ridiculous finish on the overdrive spec.
Yeah,
overdrive.
Awesome. Yeah, suede finish on an amp is great.
So gig practical.
Huh?
So gig practical.
Yeah. I can't see myself. I love them. Can't see myself ever getting rid of them. Well, definitely not. I will definitely always keep one of them.
I'm sure you said that about the Matchless.
I did. Michael Barkermum says Jet Strats and Telly is a great value, much better than Harley Benton. Nice. Yeah, Lee's had a couple of jets. I was quite impressed with them. Where the hell is Lee?
Maybe he's got a life. Nah.
Unbelievable. Anthony says Amplified Nation amps look fantastic. We're getting hold of them in the UK. Yeah. So it's a company that was just doing direct to consumer. So we're selling direct, but they're now in Sweetwater. So I imagine that some sort of big guitar shop, Anderton, something like that, will probably be taking them on. Yeah, if you really want to try one, you can always give us a shout. Yeah, I need to speak to Taylor about that from Amplified Nation, because there needs to be a way of people in the UK being able to try them.
Defo.
Joe, what's your opinion on the Boss GT1000 nowadays, taking into account how competitors have evolved? It's great. It's a great unit. Yeah, it's great. I can't. It's just a preference thing. You should try them all out, and work out which one which model you like.
Talking about how gear has evolved,
mm-hmm.
I think it's quite funny how, in our recent experience of trying stuff that is 5, 10, 15, 20 years old in some cases, some of the units that we've picked up for next to nothing, how they still hold their own against modern amps. That Roland VG amp I bought for next to no money, but actually was a really usable thing selectively.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a lot of things you could put on an album or on a track, and people would think it's just normal guitar sound.
Yeah, definitely. Wishbone Ash. God,
nice. AC/DC.
Oh, how could we have forgotten that?
Curtis, hey Curtis. Phil, he says, hi guys, late tuning in tonight. No problem, mate. Hope you're well. Michael Parson McNamara, he says, I've got the soft tube feedback, and the acoustic fiend from Blue Cat is cool too. Nice. Scrunch said he saw Wishbone Ash so many times with Laurie Wisefield, and they're a great dual guitar band. Nice.
Brilliant.
Wishbone Ash as many times in the 80s, one of the original and best dual guitar sounds. Nice. Keith says, Shahar Bar, he needs a space for the red plate. Give it time.
That's true. The red plate is...
But I don't need the red plate. I've got the very similar... They're the same sort of amps. Isn't it? That Dumble style amp. If anything, I think I would need... I need more of a Marshall-y sort of flavour.
I have a lovely Friedman you could buy.
Now, there's a good one on Facebook that I want.
Yes, that is rather nice, that, isn't it?
Shahar says Lee's probably out trying to sell his Surd. Probably. Blowing free tab. I don't know.
Yeah.
David says, thanks, guys. Quickly, thoughts on the new Line 6 product? Right, only laughing. No, go back, David. Go back to David. We're only laughing because everyone's asking it tonight. So, I think it'll be good for a price. I think it's a bit overpriced,
but we all know what will happen. It'll be down at 150 quid by Christmas.
That's how much I thought it was. I thought it was 150 quid.
Yeah.
In which case, it's great.
We were looking, the Fender Protone thing, the footboard thing, is already sub £2,000. The Masterworks, the Fender floorboard effects amp modeler thing.
Yeah,
it's already sub £2,000 from being. Already sub £1,000 in some places.
Is it?
Yeah.
That didn't do well, did it? That did not do well.
What's called the Fender
The Tone Master.
Tone Master Pro. That's the one. Pro Master Toe.
Here we go. Frate Scrunge, you are blessed.
Mm.
Some of the dad rock bands people listen to now consider granddad rock.
Oh my
True,
God, you're
isn't it?
probably right.
True. Ned, he said, I bought a JT350 T-Star with HS pickups. The pickups squealed a little when I played with my band, so I changed them to Tone Rider pickups. Sounds great. Change the pots to CTS, change the switch too. That's the only thing I think with these sort of cheaper guitars. You have to be prepared to change a few things.
Yeah. And David Bruce says,
Oh, I see. It was supposed to be a joke. Very good. Very good. Sorry, mate.
well done. We survived. Oh, we're there. We've managed to
Hey.
stay on top of it tonight. Well done. I hope you enjoyed this evening, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back next week with more of the same. Let's just throw this one in for good luck, a good laugh.
Paul, have you tried the Hotone board at all? No, I have not.
Hotone.
Hotone?
Hotone.
Hot one.
Hot one. Hot one, definitely. We will see you next week for more of the same bat time, same bat channel. Have a good one, everyone. If you have any questions or any particular videos you'd like to see from us, please don't pester Paul with a million emails asking him to review the new Line 6 product. But we will see you next week. Take care, everyone, and have a great week.
Cheers, guys. Have a good one.